Pessoal, pessoal, eu tô aqui de volta e aqui tô observe, peraí. Enfim, gente, pessoal, eu tô aqui de volta no Genshin Impact de onde eu parei. Então vamos lá então com o nosso terceiro vídeo. Como eu disse, eu sempre gravo no mínimo 2 ou 3 vídeos por dia. É bem aleatório, tem dia que eu gravo 2, tem dia que eu gravo 3. Epa. Nossa, eu quero perder essa vida. Tá, vamos lá então, legal. Eu compliquei as coisas aqui rapidinho. Vamos lá então continuar. Pronto.
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Which kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur. You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Eu esqueci, eu botei chamada para uma de comida de emergência. Espera, você não me conhece.
I'm sorry? Ah, yes. We've met before, haven't we? Sorry, traveler. I shouldn't have spoken to you in that tone. Now then, please peruse at your leisure.
Tem que me tratar assim.
Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved.
Gente, lembrando que eu fico quietinha aí, porque eles já falam aí. Eu não sei se vocês conseguem ler, mas aí eles ficam aí falando. Se eu falar junto com eles aí fica meio complicado, mas aí.
Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, it has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the Adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
I'll take them all, boss.
Again?
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the Seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the Seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case. Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
You forgot to bring money again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true. Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
Are you serious?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Please, it's the least I could do.
Tá, vamos lá então, depois da conversa aí.
So, now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the Statue of the Seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Tá bom, então vamos lá.
Maybe we can find some good candidates at the Adventurers Guild.
Não dúvida.
Let's
Opa!
ask Lan. She's the master of the Liyue branch, right?
Lão. Ah, é. Acho que eu não me lembro dela. Tô brincando, não me lembro nem um pouquinho. Pronto. Era aí, ó. Lan.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry, you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Wow. Just wow. Do I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you? I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lan. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lan's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chi-Mei.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good. Thanks, Lan. See you around.
Hello. How may I help?
We've come to ask you a question.
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
Yinger? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yinger?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Ah, eu vou ter que... Até lá... Olha o Trunks aí, tô brincando.
Well, hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady. Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax. I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
Queremos aquele que você está usando. Queremos usar os cistros.
3 in 1 go. My goodness. You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it? Is that the best you could come up with? Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
Zhongli was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy...
That went over Paimon's head a little.
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me. So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume? You mean Wan Min Restaurant? Good choice.
Eita,
Let's
depois
go.
dessa despedida. Tá. Eita. Pressione pra rastrear. Tá aqui a casa da Xiang Ling. Xiang não.
Try something
dela.
new at the Wan Min restaurant.
Ah, ela aí, ó.
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant, obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Try something new at the Wan Min restaurant.
Ué, aqui já tem. Aqui já tem que precisa, não tem?
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Calma. Aqui, ó.
Wow. Leo's really got a lot going for it.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out. Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Aprendi como fazer olhos e chá. Tá. Tá, aqui então. Tem que sintetizar aqui então. Tem água, fogo, vento e... Não, peraí. Terra, água, vento e fogo. Fogem pra mim o que eu quero. Tá bom. Olha essencial do torcedor de ventos. Olha se está. Tem que ser todos esses. Opa. É 2, eu acho. Acho que foi. Ah não, era 3 ao mesmo tempo. Acho que agora foi. Deixa eu ver. Foi.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all. The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step.
Tá.
Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
Com um pouco de ajuda você auxilia Ingueira a fazer
All three
perfume.
perfumes are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
Eu te disse, não é bem assim.
Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
This first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood. Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words. One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go over. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
Tá bom, então.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the 7. Mr. Zhengli's probably been waiting a while.
Tá, poxa, onde tem que estar? Por isso que eu vou pegar teletransporte. Se tiver. Acho que tem. É, tem. Pedras de mutação. Há uma lenda sobre uma pedra estranha infundida com uma incrível energia elemental que até afeta monstros próximos. Se você demorar demais para destruir essas pedras de mutação, os monstros se tornarão cada vez mais perigosos. Eu acho que eu sei o que é. Tá bom. Aí ele é o senhor Zongli. Zongli, não sei como se pronuncia não, mas vamos lá.
Brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli. Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
3 sets, and not one less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Oferecer donzela de casa dourada.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies. This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it. The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies.
Tá, puxa.
Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like, right? Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
O que são os motivos ocultos do tio de da Christian? Pronto, precisamos ver. Tá.
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
Cleansing bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
Ah, I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why has he gotta be so secretive this time?
Pragueira. Caramba, então. Só vou vir pra aqui. Não, pera aí, eu vou pegar um teletransporte mesmo. Creio. Eu consegui. A primeira vez que eu encontrei Liyue foi. A primeira vez que eu encontrei Liyue foi uma missão aí que eu tinha que entregar alguma coisa pra uma menina que parece com a Catarina, guia da Guilda de Aventureiros. Quer dizer, que eu me lembro que tem até o mesmo nome. Vou pegar esse daqui.
So,
Que é
are you
isso?
buying or not?
Nossa, tem que subir tão alto assim. Tá, vou tentar ir até aqui mesmo. Tá pertinho. aqui.
All things must change. Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers? But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
What happened to them?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Lilith?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free. This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster? Ah, that old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young. He saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me. But he told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it. It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
What a weird thing to be proud of.
All right, children, there is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny? Whoa, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
How does that work?
Você quer dizer que deixou as chaves de casa dentro ou você só tem um sim?
What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there.
No.
And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it.
This Granny is so weird. What does she mean her whole household is in here? Is she playing with us?
Tá aqui o bully. Ih, acho que eu encontrei de primeira. Tá, puxa. Eita, o que aconteceu? Tá, puxa, gente, não faço a menor ideia do que acabou de acontecer, só quero ver agora. Nossa.
Huh? Where are we? What just happened?
Eita.
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things.
Ah, tem uma
Quickly
aranha
now,
aqui, mano.
go fetch that bell.
Não tinha percebido.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot?
Já vou começar a ficar com isso, eu tô nem aí.
Oh dear, So many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Go, Barbara, go! Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
Caraca, a água que eletricidade é uma boa escolha pra eliminar eles, hein, gente?
Hi. Yeah. Oh. Ink.
Ah, poxa.
Disappear! Dodge this!
Get him.
Wind blade!
No one escapes my sight.
Eu já fui nesse lugar aqui.
Did you notice? The cobwebs were made of elemental energy.
Eita!
How long?
Caiu. Pronto. Usa a Bárbara aqui pra recuperar a vida do grupo. Aí nele tem um bichinho lá, uma aranha lá. Nossa, é tudo muito rápido.
Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Pronto. Pera, gente, vou ver se eu... o negócio aqui. Eita. Peraí, vou arrumar aqui uma coisa. Pronto. Agora sim.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing valve, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? I'm more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Jillian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Freeze!
Pronto, morreu. Ah, ainda tem mais uma aranha ali.
Wind blade. Yeah.
Opa.
Let's dance. No escape.
Wind blade.
Opa. Tá, peixe, eu tô sendo congelado
With the
rápido
wind.
aqui.
Let the show begin. Hi.
Cool it.
Go, go, Baron Bunny.
Ah, então esse daqui. É esse bichinho aqui que tá me atacando daquilo.
Get him. No one escapes my sights.
Agora é ele. Nossa.
Hi. Hi.
Wind blade.
Hi. Hi. Go, go, Baron Bunny. Must keep
Eita.
training.
Yeah. This is not.
Caraca, olha a complicação.
Don't get frostbite.
Peraí, vou ter que. Peraí.
Ready, steady, go!
Eu devo acabar com os bichinhos. Pronto, morreu. Tem mais alguns outros agora que eu acho que vai ser um pouquinho mais fácil.
Dodge this. Cool it.
I'll protect us. Yeah. Hi.
Vou tentar aqui.
Don't push your luck. Dodge this. This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it! Don't push your luck.
Go, Berry Bunny! Let the show begin. Hold tight.
Freeze!
No escape!
What's the hurry?
Pronto, foi. Agora vai recuperar a vida do saco. Vai ser um desafio, talvez. Continente de metanol.
How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Aqui, ó, pronto. Sino purificador.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me... All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Consegui então. Não foi tão difícil. Quer dizer, no caso da morte, deu uma vantagem para os inimigos, mas meu grupo ajuda. Tá até ajudando, quer dizer, eu prefiro continuar com a Beidu no grupo porque ela é ótima. Pronto. Tá aí, então.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick. The Fatui? Child, what goes on in that mind of yours, I wonder? I'm far too old to be quibbling with them. But if they overreach themselves, I will do what I must.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless Adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
Hey! It belongs to Granny! We're supposed to return what we borrow!
Oh, let you keep it. You really are a frank child. If you want it, you... But this bell gets homesick sometimes. Who knows? It might find its way back into these old hands. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will! Thanks, Granny!
Vamos lá então continuar. O reino interior. Coloque o perfume e o cheiro purificador no lugar. Tá, o Jong já tá ali. Epa.
Indeed, this is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Você conhece a Madame Ping?
An adeptus.
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites! Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals. I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Oh, sure.
Tá, vamos lá então comprar esse coisa aqui. Fica bem aqui pertinho. Peraí, deixa eu recuperar a vida aqui. Pronto, vai ser demais. Peraí. Ela aí, ó.
What should I try this time? I can't believe the well got polluted.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7 kites you asked for have been made to order. Would you like to take them now?
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of kite nowadays. In the early days, we used to get orders from people of all walks of life.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, so he's probably well-versed in all these walks of life. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him.
Moda, economia, joias, jade, cerâmica.
He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government, really well, but he likes talking about less useful topics instead.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun things with you.
Children's toys are very fun things, that's for sure. I enjoy watching the children at play as much as anyone else. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this craft itself has been honed over thousands of years, and there is meaning behind that. I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimately familiar with the forms passed down from my ancestors. The meaning of these 7 kites is far from banal.
Indeed. These are decorations used in the rite of parting. The 7...
I took the liberty of coloring outside the lines when doing the insignia of the Animo Archon. As for the kite that honors the Drio Archon, one must follow the contract given right down to the last letter. These patterns are ancient, and you can also find them in the Golden House.
Eita, a senhora aqui tá falando com a boca fechada.
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before.
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality and eternity so dear to the Electro-Archon. These markings of tree and leaf pay due honor to wisdom and the passage of time. All this on a single kite. Truly astonishing. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War rages like a flame, as does that which the Cryo-Archon once...
The compliments of a learned man truly are pleasant.
Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me. As for the payment...
Well, allow me.
Ah, finalmente o tio de aí.
Hey, it's Child!
No, I was merely passing through. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he neither looks at the price tag nor his wallet. He knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't consider poverty to be something that could ever happen to him. Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine himself lacking money.
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, since we've purchased our kites without incident, there's no need to take a break before moving to the next step in our preparations. The rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials. We should be able to find some people near the harbor.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhongli do the bargaining, if you know what I mean. Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
Eita. Tem que fazer o quê? Procure 3 trabalhadores. Tá bom, vou pegar esse daqui que é o mais próximo.
Hiring help? Sure. But let me just say first that I'm a reserve member of the Adventurers Guild. I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind. I'll only charge you 15,000 Mora. What say you?
A most fair price.
A pleasure doing business with you.
Try something new at the one.
A full day of odd jobs at Eugene Terrace. No problem. 25,000 per day. A fair trade, yes?
Whoa, that's expensive. Could you give us a bit of a discount on account of the whole Hero of Mondstadt thing?
Hero of Mondstadt? Never heard of them.
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless. Thus, I will simply pay the whole sum.
Hey, that's a good price. Anyone would work for this much, Mora.
Então agora vamos falar aqui com a última aqui. Vendedores, coisa. Fale com o Tique.
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% efforts into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me to give 110%. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Eugene Terrace. They aren't uncommon objects, so I didn't make any special preparations for them.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 Mora for a single trip. How does that sound?
Done.
This is all you got? Then no can do. Child? No. He's putting up the money? Oh, still no. Wouldn't that mean I have to make 2 trips rather than 1? How about this?
let's make a trade. I'll take what you're offering right now, and get me a single Chinxin flower, and I'll consider that payment for a detour to find this child fellow.
Guess we've got no choice.
Have you brought the goods? Hey, that's pretty good. These things are pretty rare, and I have no idea where I'd find them. With this Chinxin flower, I should be able to pacify my daughter tonight. I'll make sure the work is done before I return home.
Prontinho, acho que foi tudinho bem tranquilo aí. Tá, falar com Tilde. Tá, já vai aqui, você deixa... Cadê? Pronto. O vídeo tá ficando bem longo aqui, tá bom, gente? Mas não tem problema, não. O que importa é a diversão.
Oh there. Come and see.
Aí ele, ó. Tilde, meu camarada.
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming!
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after?
Peraí, que outra coisa...
Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere got so tense all of a sudden.
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus Mora. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now.
Guizong, vá para o chalé de Bubo. Peraí, eu vou pegar essas duas cookies aqui que eu tô fazendo. Essa. Vai para o chalé de Bubo, então vamos lá.
The key here. Join the adventure.
Opa.
But I don't want to.
Pronto.
Huh. The reception is deserted. And it seems kinda spooky in here. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Eita.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear.
Eita. Ah, olha só.